the truth no one tells us. Money stress doesn't just drain your bank account, it drains your body. The brain fog, the sleepless nights, the anxiety, all of it makes it harder to focus, harder to stick to a budget, and harder to feel in control. I know this because I've lived it. And that's why before we dive into today's money conversation, I want to share something personal, the health piece that completely changed everything for me. Now, when you're in midlife, these money stress symptoms can be magnified by the season of life that we're in. Gen X women are feeling it and feeling it hard. Now, my story is a little bit different than most 52-year-old women. I went through menopause at just 35 years old. The symptoms at the time were short-lived and fairly mild. But for the last 17 years, I've struggled with things I didn't realize were connected to menopause. And over the last 2 years, I've noticed my symptoms getting worse. For me, the 4 biggest issues were brain fog, sleep challenges, weight struggles, and a growing sense of anxiety. I did feel a little like I was going crazy. Like a lot of women, I've always dealt with some anxiety. But as I've gotten older, it became much more intense. And every time I tried to find some help, it felt like my concerns weren't really heard, and doctors just wanted to prescribe some anti-anxiety, a sleep med, or weight loss meds to put a band-aid over the symptoms. I can't tell you how many times I've been told, eat less and exercise more. And honestly, if I heard that one more time, I was going to lose my mind. Last April, a friend suggested I check out Midi Health, and I'm so glad to be partnering with Midi Health on today's video. I'll be sharing my personal experience with Midi and how they've helped me in my own health journey. Now, Midi is a virtual clinic that specializes in women's health, and their whole mission is to provide personalized, compassionate care for women in midlife and beyond. From the start, I could feel the difference. My nurse practitioner actually listened to me. At every appointment, she was open to trying new things to help, and finally, I felt like I had someone in my corner. Now, after 6 months with Midi, I can honestly say I feel like a different person. My anxiety has improved. It's not gone, but it's getting better. I'm sleeping better, and my brain fog is clearing. And best of all, I've lost 15 pounds, and I'm still going. And if you're a menopausal woman, you know that 15 pounds without weight loss medication is no small victory. I actually started noticing results right away with my treatment plan, especially with sleep. And if you've ever struggled with sleep, you know what a game changer it is to finally wake up rested. It doesn't just help at night, it changes your entire day. I think this was one of the biggest issues. Comment sleep if you've also felt like you've never getting enough of that. Another thing I really appreciated was how thorough Midi was. We did labs, and my nurse practitioner even coordinated everything for me. She found a local lab, set up the appointment, and made sure it was simple and convenient. Then, at every single follow-up visit, she checked in to see how I was doing and what I needed adjusting. That kind of care and consistency has made such a difference for me. Book a virtual visit using my link by taking a few minutes to set up your account, enter your insurance information, tell Midi about your symptoms, and choose a time to meet your clinician. With Midi, you actually sit down and go over the symptoms and your health history in depth with a clinician who's trained to understand what women in midlife are going through. Whether it's weight management, perimenopause, or menopause, even skin changes, they totally get it. They'll order the right tests, and if blood work or imaging is needed, they'll send you to a local facility that's convenient and covered by your insurance. The best part, everything fits right into your life. Your follow-ups are virtual, so it's easy to stay consistent and make sure your treatment is working. And Midi doesn't just treat you in a bubble. They'll coordinate with your other doctors and refer you for in-person care when it's needed. There are no memberships, fees, no hidden costs, and they bill your insurance just like any other provider. What really impressed me are Midi's results. Most women see hot flashes and night sweats improve within 3 months, better sleep in 5, anxiety and mood shifts in just 2, and even brain fog and skin changes improve in a matter of months. I know this. I've experienced it. It's powerful to see how quickly things can turn around. Aging well doesn't mean doing it all alone. It means having the right team, the right information, and the right care. And that's exactly what Midi offers. Head over to trymidi.com/frozenpennies to schedule a virtual visit and join the more than 200,000 women, including me, who love and trust Midi. Okay, so here's why I share all of that. When my health started improving, I noticed my money habits did too. Now, I've been doing well with money since 2017 when we paid off our house, but in the last few years, I've noticed things slipping or being forgotten. I now feel like I have the focus to plan, the energy to follow through, and the calm to stop slipping back into bad spending behaviors. Because the truth is, money and health are deeply connected. Ignoring one and the other suffers. Which brings me to today's conversation. The brutal money truth Gen X women can't keep ignoring. The truth no one is saying out loud. Here's the first truth. Our generation was sold a dream that hasn't exactly delivered. We were told, go to college, work hard, buy the house, send the kids to college, and one day you'll retire comfortably. But somewhere between rising costs, stagnant wages, and financial curveballs, that script started to unravel. Let's be honest, being a Gen X woman feels a little bit like being the middle child of history. We're not as tech obsessed as the younger generations, but we're not quite ready to slow down like our parents. Instead, we're juggling growing kids, aging parents, and jobs that demand more than ever, all while wondering if we'll ever feel financially stable enough to actually retire. Many of us still have mortgages in our 50s. Some are paying off student loans, not only for ourselves, but for our kids too. Now, retirement feels less like a finish line and more like a moving target we can't quite reach. And yet, we're expected to keep smiling, keep showing up, keep pretending like we've got it all together. But the unspoken truth is we're tired. So very tired. Financially, emotionally, even physically. Nobody ever sat us down and said, hey, this is how money really works when you hit midlife. We were handed outdated advice. And honestly, some of it has flat out failed us. That's why today I want to talk about the things Gen X women were never taught about money and the mistakes we cannot afford to keep making. And while the stress feels overwhelming, the truth is we keep making the same 3 mistakes over and over and over. And one of them is so subtle you might not even realize you're doing it. The mistakes we keep making. Well, we spend money trying to look like we're doing fine. The vacations, the upgrades, the I deserve this Amazon orders. And honestly, sometimes we do. But when spending becomes the band-aid for stress, it leaves us even more anxious later. Another mistake? Ignoring retirement because it feels too late. So many women tell me, I'll never catch up anyway, so why even try? And let me tell you, that belief is costing us more than we realize. Small steps matter, even in your 50s, especially in your 50s. And here's maybe the biggest mistake of all. We keep ignoring ourselves, not just our savings account, but our actual health. Because let's be honest, money stress and health stress are tied together. When you're tired, foggy, or not sleeping, it's harder to stay on top of your budget, your goals, or even just your day-to-day life. Those hormone changes I talked about earlier, they mess with everything. And many doctors just aren't equipped for midlife women. The real cost of midlife? Here's the part nobody talks about. Money stress in midlife isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about what it steals from us in every single corner of life. How many nights have you lain awake at 3 a.m. replaying your credit card balance in your head like a broken record? I've been there, staring at the ceiling, wishing my brain was just stop talking. And maybe you've noticed the same thing I did. You're shorter with your family, not because of them, but because you're carrying that invisible weight of, how am I going to make all of this work? But here's what surprises me. There are actually tiny changes that ease both the money stress and the health stress at the same time. I'll share one of my favorites in just a minute. Stress doesn't just stay in our heads. It creeps into our bodies. Maybe your jeans fit tighter even though there's nothing changed with your eating. Maybe you walk into a room and can't remember why you're there. The brain fog, the hot flashes, the sleepless nights, they're not just getting older. They're your body waving a red flag, asking you to slow down and take care of yourself. The real cost of midlife isn't just the bills we pay. It's the joy we miss when we're too tired to enjoy a dinner out. The patience we lose when we're running on fumes, and the opportunities we pass up because we don't have the energy to grab them. But here's the thing. There are simple ways to take some of this pressure off. One thing I started doing is keeping a notebook by my bed. If I wake up at 3 a.m. with numbers swirling in my head, I just write them down. Every bill, every thought, every little don't forget to that keeps me awake. It's almost like once it's on paper, my brain doesn't have to hold it anymore, and I can finally go back to sleep. Another change? I picked one non-negotiable. For me, it's protecting my sleep. For you, it may be a 20-minute walk every morning or Sunday dinner with your family. Whatever it is, don't let stress steal that one thing. It gives you a little anchor in the middle of the chaos. And finally, talk to someone. I can't tell you the relief I felt when I opened up to a friend who was going through the same midlife worries. Suddenly, I wasn't crazy. I wasn't failing. I was just human. Whether it's a friend, a doctor, or even a financial coach, don't carry it all alone. The hope and reset we deserve. And just when I thought it was too late, I came across a number that completely changed how I saw my future. Did you know that nearly 60% of Gen X women say they're more stressed about money now than they were in their 30s? And that's saying something. Here's the message I want every Gen X woman to hear loud and clear. It is not too late. You are not too old. You are not too far gone. Now I know the numbers matter, the balances, the bills, the retirement accounts, but your mindset matters just as much. If you spent years saying to yourself, I'm just bad with money, or it's just too late for me, those thoughts, they become a wall that blocks you at every single turn. But walls aren't permanent. They can be chipped away brick by brick. Every time you pay off a credit card, every time you set a boundary with your spending, every time you tuck away even a single dollar into savings, you're pulling out another brick. And before you know it, the wall that once felt impossible to climb is nothing but rubble behind you. And let's not forget, we are Gen X. We were built tough. We raised babies before they were parenting blogs or YouTube tutorials. We figured things out without Google at our fingertips. We've lived through recessions, job losses, layoffs, caring for our parents and raising our kids, and sometimes all at the same time. We've weathered curveballs that would knock anyone flat. So if we've done all that, do we really think we can't take control of our financial future? Of course we can. And the best part, it doesn't start with some massive impossible overhaul. It starts small. It starts with opening your bank app every single morning so you're not afraid of the numbers anymore. It starts with building an emergency fund, even if it's only $10 at a time. It starts with saying no to things that drain you, whether that's another subscription you don't use or another lunch out that leaves you feeling guilty. And maybe, just maybe, most importantly, it starts with saying yes to yourself. Yes to investing in your future. Yes to protecting your health. Yes to creating boundaries so you're not always rescuing everyone else while your own needs get ignored. My friend, you are not behind. You are just getting started, and this next chapter can be the strongest one yet. So here's what I want you to remember. You are not behind, and you are not stuck. Every small choice you make today, whether it's for your money or for your health, is a step toward the future that you deserve. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, protecting your sleep, caring for your body, setting up boundaries with spending, saving a little at a time. It all adds up. Imagine what your life could look like a year from now if you just kept showing up for yourself in these small, steady ways. And the truth is, your strongest chapter, financially and physically, might still be the one you haven't written yet. I want to thank MIDI Health for sponsoring today's video. All opinions are my own, and if this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and watch this video next.